So, welcome to Midweek Experiments in Faithfulness. This is a weekly facilitated spiritual practice with a Quaker flavor and an experimental ethos. My name is Jen Higgins Newman, and I'm the program manager here at Beacon Hill Friends House. So, the Friends House is a Quaker center for learning and action and a residential community of about 20 people who live according to Quaker values. And tonight we have Rachel Shields Ebersole with the practice Collage journaling. So, collaging is good for the soul, satisfying to the eyes, and accessible to everyone. It can help us express something words have been hard to find for. It can illuminate a quote or idea we've been mulling over, and it just brings joy to the heart. So this evening, we'll grab some magazines, wrapping paper, junk mail, old greeting cards, whatever you have around you that you can cut or rip up and glue back down. A quote, poem, song lyrics, or poignant word can be powerful to build a collage around. So bring one or two if it strikes your fancy. So now I'm excited to introduce you to Rachel. With a passion for creating community in every form she can think of, Rachel was active in community development in Woodstock, Vermont, most recently ran a coworking space in Portland, Oregon, and is currently taking time off to do creative exploration and incubation of whatever beautiful thing is next. She lives in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can visit Rachel's website at rachelsshieldsebersole.com and sign up to learn more about her upcoming programs and events. So again, welcome. We're happy that you've joined us, and Rachel, it's all yours.
Thanks, Jen. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so looking forward to sharing this practice with you because it's been so fun and satisfying and illuminating for me. I am curious if you would raise your hand if you've done collage before. Okay, great. So I will give you some more specific instructions in a slide that I'll leave up during the sort of do your own thing time, but I won't spend a lot of time talking about technique at the moment. I'll just share a little bit about what I've been doing for collage journaling practice with you because pictures are fun. So let's see, I will share my screen. So one summer afternoon in Western Massachusetts, on a back road somewhere, don't remember, I came across this Books of Rachel for $1 in a book barn, and I had to have it. And I turned it into my collage journal. Ta-da! So what I have been using it for is creating sort of my own sacred text where I bring quotes and inspiring questions and things that I want to continue to mull over, and I illuminate them with illustrations that I cut out from magazines because I'm not very good at drawing. And this has been really great for me because it takes away that sort of perfection, that like striving to get it to look good, that often feels like a part of artistic endeavors for me. So collaging just makes it easy. Here's a couple other pages just so you can see some of the things that I've been doing within this book. And you all probably have something that looks a little bit more like a sketchbook or just a piece of paper. And I use my sketchbook too. And your collages do not have to be, you know, covering every inch of space. Feel free to write notes. I shared this with you because I think it's kind of funny. This was my New Year's collage journal entry for last year. So in January of 2020, this is what I was afraid 2020 would feel like, which I think is kind of funny because that's totally what it felt like. This is what I was hoping it would feel like. And it's had those moments too, I guess. So don't be intimidated. Just rip things out and glue them down and write on them. It's okay. Here's some other things I've been doing in my collage journal. This is kind of cool because it's just textured and colored paper. So take that as an idea. This is another way I use to wrap my head around things basically I'm envisioning this like learning community and what does it look like and what classes do we have. So I pieced together offerings from like community colleges and whatnots to say like, this is what my course catalog would look like. So just wrapping my head around an idea in a different way. Here's some ways that you can use text as well. So collage on one side, interpret on the other. This I did like messy free writing and then made a pocket where I just taped down the 3 sides of one page and then slipped in my notes in here to try to make it look prettier. I've been doing some postcards. So also if you want to go small, sometimes that can be really cool. You can make like multiple small things instead of one bigger thing. You can also just use the colors. So I took a collage class this summer where we like used the paper to do painting basically. So this is supposed to be a bouquet of flowers. This I think more clearly is a bridge. So consider that the paper that you have might just be color and you don't have to use the images whole. And then here are some other examples from around the web of interesting things I thought people were doing. This is a little more abstract with like strips of paper. So that can create a really cool effect. And this is like just words, just all the words. So that's another fun idea too. You probably don't have time to do a painted background tonight like this person did, but I really loved the way they created their own words out of existing words. So feel free to remix words and images too. And then I loved this as well because it is paper that's not very colorful, and then the artist, I think, used marker to introduce some color. So that's a pretty nifty idea as well. Let's see. Okay, that's my instruction sheet for when we're actually creating things. I'd like to just take a minute now to have us take a few breaths and just center in on what your intention or focus for this time will be. If you have a quote or song lyric that you want to focus on, remind yourself of what that is. If you have a question or relationship or emotion you want to use as your focus, then take a minute to think about that. And we'll just take less than a minute to sort of center quietly by ourselves, and then Jen will send us into breakout rooms for just 2 minutes to share that intention with each other. And feel free to be as vague or specific as you want, but just know that it's a very short time. So just sort of share your intention and then let the next person go. All right, so we'll just take a minute to center ourselves. All right, welcome back. So now that you have your intention and hopefully have been inspired by other people's intentions, have fun, make a collage. I'll put up some instructions and suggestions on the screen for you while we work, but this will really just be a silent time for you to do whatever feels right. My one pro tip that I will share with you is as you go through images, just grab whatever strikes you, don't think about it too hard, and just like rip out the whole page. That will make it a little easier for you to just go with the flow of grabbing images, and it will make your magazine neater when you flip through it the next time. All right, so here are some tips as you go.